Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor here with my son to discuss the Jim Green Vellies. I bought this boxed item for my son for Christmas, and what we do know is they're made in South Africa. So, what did you think of your present?
I think they've worked out well so far. Only worn them a handful of times, but I can already tell they're going to need minimal break-in. I'm sure they're going to conform my foot more over time, but they're already comfortable to wear for extended periods, which is good. We've been going out shopping, doing all kinds of stuff, and they've been
Dog
good.
walking?
And they've been doing just fine.
Have they gotten exposed to snow and muck?
Not yet, really. Haven't taken them that far. It's the first boot I've got that's got more of a nubuck kind of leather. And I think that will be relatively low maintenance
Yeah.
going forward too. I think the site just recommended, if they look dirty, just brush them and put some kind of suede nubuck cleaner protectant on them.
Spray?
Yeah, that's pretty easy. A lot easier than conditioning a boot with mink oil or something.
I liked it when I saw that branding.
Yeah, I think that's cool too.
It's really awesome. It's a frog, isn't it?
It's a happy little frog with boots on.
Oh, he does have boots on. It's got kind of a flag. That's really
cute.
cool. Oh, it's on the inside too. Is that a leather insole?
I think so.
Sock liner?
I think so. And between
Looks
that
like it.
insole and this natural rubber sole, we've learned is a steel shank, which I'm thankful for. My point
Clark's
of
don't
comparison,
have that.
That's right. My point of comparison with these is Clark's desert boots, which I've got one pair of that I don't wear too often because they live at this other property. But I just beat them up.
Your other home.
Right. I don't even care for them. I just wear them and whatever. I get them soaked in water and rain and just let them dry. And I think this is basically a beefier, still comfortable, better made, honestly, and resolable version of that kind of footwear.
So, is that a welt or is it just, it's stitched down, isn't
It's
it?
just stitched down construction. There is
Stitched
no
down
welt.
construction. Yeah. Which is, I mean, that's kind of good. Did it say the midsole is like a board or something? Is that what it said?
Something like that. I'm not entirely certain.
We got some specs up on here. Let's see. Insole board. Secured by a braided nylon cord.
It could be some kind of like leather board or something. Some
Right.
kind of leather fibers pressed together.
And it also advertises a thermoplastic toe puff.
And heel stiffener.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you feel like it offers, like, is there any heel slip?
A little bit. I think when I first put them on, I could feel that presence of a stiffer heel back there when the rest of the boot is quite malleable in comparison with just the leather.
Yeah.
But it felt fine. Didn't even notice it after a little while.
So this isn't the same as crepe. It says it's some kind of rubber.
Right. Right.
And it has good traction.
Oh, yeah. I think it feels similar to crepe soles. Thinking about Clark's desert boots again, it feels similar.
How would you compare these to your White's Division Road?
Oh, boy. There's a whole bunch of differences. The leather's not as substantial, for one.
Yeah, I think it says it's 2.2 millimeter.
But funny enough, these have some kind of toe stiffener in there, and my whites do not. Those have a soft toe.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just a totally different kind of boot.
Right. Different purposes.
Absolutely.
Would you see yourself like going on long walks in these?
I think so. I think that'd be fine. I see him as I need to leave quickly and get out the door right away.
Yeah.
Throw these on.
Even the eyes. What do you call those?
The eyelets there.
They say Jim Green on them too.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah. And I like the tongue, the yellow patch on the tongue. That's kind of cute. I like this kind of distinctive. And the laces. I've never really had laces like this.
It's almost like a camouflage.
It's like I think about hiking when I look at these laces.
All it says is 90 centimeter laces. It doesn't give any specs.
Right.
And of course, they're made in South Africa. So it's not like we're supporting, China, which we do other times.
That's right.
It's hard to avoid. It has this kind of collar here. I'm not sure that all the desert boots actually have that.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't even really think about that.
That makes it sturdier too. I feel like Because these even cost less, I think, than a lot of desert boots.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were 130.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which feels
U.S.
like
dollars.
a fair price.
Very.
A good deal, I would say.
Yeah, because I think that was actually retail.
I think.
And these are 11.5, right?
Yeah.
What's your Brannock size? So if somebody's going to look at like what size should they get?
Mm-hmm. I got a 12B is my Brannock. That's the size. But these are an 11.5D, I assume.
It has that wider toe box to it.
Mm-hmm. And it looks very distinctive when I look down at them.
Okay.
So if you
We got a cat incoming.
If you've got wider feet, I'm sure this last would be very accommodating.
Give her kitty.
I do not have wider feet. Mine are on the narrow side.
Is that a problem?
Not really.
Not really. So you just have a lot of comfort in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wiggle room. And I think a lot of people look for that in a pair of boots. Some people may size down in one last or design, and other people may choose the size up that they started with just because they want to have more room, you know.
And yet, like, you've got 3 eyelets here. The sleigh crash. So you can, the cat is really... So you can adjust these really well.
Yes.
The cats, they are definitely, they make for a lot of
This is their playground.
eventful living in this house. So overall assessment, I mean, it seems like for the money, they're hard to beat.
Mm-hmm. And when I think about the sizing, I feel like I could have gone down another half size.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, it's
Okay.
not like they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think
They're so roomy.
There's a lot of room in there. Part of that comes down to the width.
Right.
Part of it, you know.
So if somebody had like a E width or something, they shouldn't have any concerns about this.
Right. I think it'd be fine. I think
Yeah.
it'd work
But with
well
a
for 'em.
narrower foot, maybe going down a whole size.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe. To each their own in that way. But.
Right. Yeah, it even says on here that it's the STC Last. Offers a wide fit. Offers a roomy and rounded toe box.
I'd say that's accurate, roomy and rounded.
It also says it's South Africa's most loved shoe. Even Budapest likes them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, is there anything else you think we ought to mention before the phone falls again?
I don't think so. It's relatively simple footwear.
Right.
There's not a whole lot to its construction.
Right. It's not like there's a bunch of foam or,
Right.
some kind of weird fabric.
Mm-hmm.
It's just leather in there. It's going to breathe, which is really nice.
And
They're going to hold up.
I see a lot of advertising of their shoes and this shoe as well, where people wear them barefoot,
Oh, okay.
which I don't know anything about.
I suppose, if you feel in there, it's just leather.
Right.
I don't know
suppose-
what's inside that thermoplastic toe. There's some kind of cloth up in there.
Yeah,
I can feel it. Yeah, but what with the wide toe box, though, it's unlikely that your toes are going to touch any of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm really glad that I was able to get you something that worked out, because when you buy someone shoes, you just never know. So if you guys have experience with the Jim Green Vellies or any other Jim Greens or cats that knock your camera over, let us know. And we appreciate your watching and subscribing, and we'll talk soon. Ciao.